Hey there, Hastings. Good morning to you. Let's get you ready for your day. It's Monday, March 2nd, 2026. The folks over at HastingsNow.com just hit the nail on the head with this one. They describe today as one of those classic Hastings, maybe spring is thinking about it, days, but winter still has a sticky note on the fridge. Huh. I mean, we all know that feeling, right? That little bit of hope mixed with, well, reality. So, what exactly is on that sticky note from winter? Let's dive right into the Hastings weather horizon and take a look at the forecast for today. All right, let's break down the numbers. We're looking at a high of 43 degrees today. For early March, I'll take it. The low is going to dip right down to freezing, 32 degrees. And there's this little heads up, a 20% chance of some precipitation, but not until after 3 a.m. tonight. So, let's walk through your day. You'll probably see the clouds start to build up this morning. Then, this afternoon, we hit that high of 43. As we head into the evening, it's going to stay mostly cloudy. And yeah, after 3 in the morning, that's when we have that slight chance of some freezing drizzle, maybe a bit of a wintry mix.
Okay, so with all that in mind, what's the best way to tackle the day? Let's get into your March 2nd game plan.
All right, here's the deal. Layers are absolutely your friend today. That temperature swing means a light jacket is pretty much a must. Oh, and with that chance of some sloppy stuff overnight, you'll probably be glad you wore some water-resistant shoes. And I love this. This just perfectly sums up the vibe for the day. The forecast is basically, and I'm quoting here, downtown Hastings window shopping weather. At least until that 20% chance of freezing drizzle shows up and turns those same sidewalks into a surprise ice rink. Kind of feels like the punchline to a joke, doesn't it? But seriously, that little joke has a really important takeaway. The main thing is to just be careful late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Take it slow and steady on the sidewalks and driveways, just in case that 20% decides to happen. Okay, so that's the weather covered. Now how about we switch gears? Let's open up our March 2nd time capsule and see what's happened on this very day throughout history. First up, we're going way back to 1881. And this is a really incredible Minnesota story. On this day, our very first state capitol actually burned to the ground. But get this, in what has to be an amazing show of resilience, volunteers worked all night long, and the legislature was back in session the very next morning in a St. Paul market house. Just incredible. All right, let's jump forward a few years. Our next stop is 1899. On this day in 1899, President William McKinley put pen to paper and signed a legislation that created Mount Rainier National Park. We're talking about one of our nation's first and absolutely most beautiful national parks. Okay, for our last trip in the time capsule, we're landing in 1962. And folks, this was a day that absolutely changed sports forever. And it all boils down to one single number. A number that's still kind of hard to believe, honestly. 100. I saw this described as an all-time sports wait what moment, and that is the perfect way to put it. It's a number that it still blows my mind. Because on this day, the one and only Wilt Chamberlain scored an NBA record 100 points in a single game for the Philadelphia Warriors. I mean, that record has never been broken. Most people think it never will be. It's just one of those legendary, untouchable moments in sports history. So think about that. From a state capital rising from the ashes to a champion doing the impossible, a single date can hold so many incredible stories. So the question is, what will this March 2nd hold for you, right here in Hastings? Thanks so much for joining me.